What's good, what's good, what's good? Lovely Soul Empress here, coming to do a Ancestor Soul's Journey. Pick a card, okay? So before I jump into that, let me just say I'm gonna link my Patreon in the description box. This is where you find extendeds to all the 12 signs, daily and weekly energy checks, plus more. So if you're interested in that, check me out on Patreon. If you feel that I resonate with you and you'd like a personal with me, I will also link my website in the description box where you can book a personal there. You can also join my last group, a ritual for the year, which will be November 19th. That closes, registration closes for that on the new moon, okay? And lastly, I'm gonna do a Halloween reading, okay? It's gonna be more like a party. We're gonna give away some prizes. I'm gonna give away a free 30-minute reading live, okay? I also will give away a couple of decks, and we'll see what else comes up, okay? So that's going to be free for my Patreon viewers. And for those of you who are not on my Patreon and would like to join, okay, you can Cash App me or PayPal me $7.77. I will post the time. I'm going to make a post about it, okay? And you will get a link for that reading. It will be on Halloween. I just haven't decided the time, okay? So let's get into it. All right, so I've already prepared three piles. Okay, whatever falls out is what goes to that pile. The first one is the amethyst stone. Okay, the second is a piece of tourmaline, and the third is a key. Okay, so 1 amethyst, 2 tourmaline, and 3 a key. Okay, so give it a second, think about it, and I will meet you there. Okay, so if you chose pile 1, these are your ancestor messages for your soul's journey. Okay, I'm going to start off with a charm. Okay, Spirit, can you give pile 1 a charm? You got 2. The first says, they're a little tiny, so you might not be able to see it, but the first says believe. Okay, and the second one says beautiful. Okay, so you could have been feeling a little down right now, or maybe somebody made you feel a little insecure, but we're going to get into that. Okay, so the first card, I worked with my Ancestor deck, okay? And it says, it was my time to go. And when this came out, I felt like this could be somebody that you lost within this lifetime, because not all ancestors are from this lifetime, right? This could have been somebody that you lost from this lifetime. But I also, this could be the changing of the guard, which is what I felt when the card first came out. So like, I want to say like a week ago or something like that. I think it was October 14th. Often when weird things happen or when I dream weird things, I wake up in the middle of the night and I just make a note in my phone and then I'll check it later. And the message was that there was a shift in what ancestor was leading. It was like as if that ancestor, it's not that they're leaving you, but it's like a rotating of seats, okay? And like somebody else is helping you with a new part of your journey, okay? Now you also got here, and actually I'm gonna throw one card to that. Spirit, can I get one card relevant to that? For it was my time to go. Can you give me one card? So this person felt like they left something undone. Okay, this could be like, so this person, I feel like in many cases, they didn't have a child. Okay, so it could be like someone, like, let's say if this was from your lifetime, this could be somebody like an aunt or an uncle, someone who was attached to you, but didn't have any children of their own and saw you as their child. For some of you, that's the case. For others of you, like if this is a guide that switched out, it's because they were supposed to like watch over you in your younger years, and now it's like a guide that has more maturity or experience in a chapter that you're stepping into is coming to the forefront. Okay, now you have here I picked from my Soul's Purpose deck a card for each pile, and you have here Soul Path Recognition number 5. Okay, so there's a change coming, and I did just speak about the changing of the guard or something. Okay, it says, feel free to expand yourself. Think new and visionary ideas. Be versatile and take action. Explore with curiosity. And it says, I am versatile and curious. I am free to explore and expand my vision. Okay, and I feel like there is some like reinvention energy here. We are in Scorpio season. I also feel like with this recognition, you could have been working towards something for a minute, and Spirit is telling you that now you're going to be stepping into the forefront with this recognition energy. You're being recognized. Okay, this may feel a little bit uncomfortable with this. Feel free to expand yourself. Okay, maybe you're not used to being in the forefront. Okay, Spirit is also talking about some change, and it's going to bring fluidity, and you need to be versatile and be willing to take action at a moment's notice, and then explore with curiosity, right? So Spirit's also telling you not to be afraid. Okay, out of my planets and signs deck, you got Libra. Okay, you could be dealing with a Libra. You could be a Libra, right? So, or you could have Libra in your chart. Cooperation to perfect. Decisions about and resulting from the fairness shown by. And this is highlighting relationships, beauty, okay, or partnerships. So like cooperation to perfect a relationship or a partnership, decisions about relationships and partnerships, and a resulting from the fairness shown by relationships, partnerships. There's Venus energy here because of Libra. There's also the scales and something balancing out in this new change. You could have felt like you were hitting a lot of blockages. We did have 6 planets in retrograde. Okay. I also pulled from the African Goddess Rising. Okay. You got Mama Wata, Naked, number 30, which is number 3. Mama Wata, the goddess of emotional nakedness, the diaspora, Temple griots, okay, element water. Mama Wata and her sisters live in the Iboku River in Benin City, Nigeria. But the ancient mermaid goddess is her own global pantheon. Mama Wata influences emotions and gifts her followers with clairvoyance and healing powers, okay? So many of the people that picked this pile, you're spiritually inclined. Okay, I feel like there's also either it has already happened or it's coming. There's some type of emotional nakedness, or like you've peeled away some layers, like I'm picturing like an onion. And there could have been something that happened that was uncomfortable, but it's also giving you a deeper knowledge of yourself. I'm also getting the energy of stepping into one's true self. Okay, Mama Wata's guidance is hide no more. The emotional nakedness you avoid is your superpower, not your shame. Okay, so there's also the energy here, like you had recognition. And I said that there was some energy of feeling like it's uncomfortable to be recognized. But this could be because this is something that's important to you and you feel like exposed. But this being exposed is like allowing others to see your genuineness and your like your inner heart, okay? And especially like, let's say if you're somebody like me who's like a tarot reader or in some type of spirituality and you do this for other people, I feel like it may feel naked to you to be in the public eye. Maybe you're starting a channel or something, and Spirit's telling you, you know, this is what you're supposed to be doing. Okay, embodiment, being emotionally naked means vulnerable enough for the real you to shine through. Like I said, vulnerability is a strength, not a weakness. Practice being transparent. Start with the people closest to you and say, I haven't been showing the whole me, but I am starting today. Have the courage to feel and express your feelings without people pleasing, okay? Speak your truth, share your story, cultivate an appreciation for vulnerability in others. Become comfortable with feeling uncomfortable and making others uncomfortable, okay? Because there might be things or truths that is going to make other people uncomfortable, but you have to follow your own soul path. I really feel like in this pile, I'm speaking to a lot of people who are spiritually inclined. Okay, and I'm also getting the message of like coming out of the closet. Okay, there also could be some people in this group that are coming out or want to come out. And this also, like with the spiritually, I feel like this could be something like you have a clientele, but this is like going to take it to a new level. And then it says, Goddess declaration, I have the courage to be vulnerable. Okay, this also could be speaking in love. Okay, maybe you've built a career, but now, you know, it's time to open up interpersonally. Okay, you also got trust from the Soul's Journey deck. And I feel like it says here, I accept that my inner voice will always guide me correctly. Again, you know, this could be like maybe you've done work for like your inner circle, but you're feeling as if maybe you are unsure if this gift is real, or maybe you doubt it, but Spirit's telling you yes. Okay, tap into your intuitive abilities. Okay, and you know, if you're trying to come forward with something, whether it's sexuality or feelings or just letting the inner you shine, Spirit is encouraging you to have trust in the universe. Okay, now out of the tarot, you got the Hierophant. the Knight of Swords, and the Four of Swords. So we're going to get a deck to clarify that. Spirit, why is this Hierophant here? Okay. So if you are like an intuitive or something like that, the Hierophant is here. Okay, which is a symbol of the Pope of the Tarot. This is also Taurus, okay? This can also be speaking about commitment. You could be doubting a commitment that somebody offered you, but I feel like more this is like commitment to something. Commitment to spirituality, a commitment to a path. It's like something like that. I also feel like your ancestors want you to know that you're being rewarded for your commitment and your purity. The Hierophant is extremely adherent to the rules, faithful. And I feel like there's some type of reward for your faithfulness. You have the Seven of Wands here. I need to eat something. My stomach is growling. The Seven of Wands is talking about some type of being above the competition or being above average. This is also about boundaries and how you protect something, or how you protect your hope and faith, or how you protect your spiritual gift. And you have the Three of Cups here. I feel like for many of you, this Three of Cups is representing how important this thing, how fulfilling it can be. I also feel like there's three feminine energies here. These are your ancestors encouraging you in some way. I feel like they're saying they're very pleased. You have the Ace of Swords here. This is the truth, okay? Seven of Cups. You still may feel, okay, with that trust card and, you know, the recognition and being like a little shaky about coming forward with something. I feel like you may feel like you don't know for sure, like if you're, like, let's say you hear things, okay? Let's say you hear things, like you get audio, you know, audio messages from spirit. You might be questioning, like, you know, is that what I heard? Or let's say you, like I said, you've been doing this for your inner circle or whatever, but now you've gotten the message from spirit to go to another platform, to a new level, but you're questioning if that's what you should do or if you could be successful. But the Queen of Pentacles is here. And I feel like this Queen of Pentacles is telling you that you have the ability to be an entrepreneur. Often she's an entrepreneur. Okay, I'm also getting, I can bring home the bacon, fry it up in a pan. Never let you forget you're a man. Right? So she can handle everything. This is also spirit telling you like you could have it all. Okay, let's say you're a spiritual leader or something, which is a lot of the energy that I'm getting. You may be feeling like maybe you can't trust to be vulnerable to someone coming into you because they won't accept that part of you. Okay, But I feel like you have the Ace of Wands here. You're very passionate about what you do, okay? You love it a lot. Queen of Cups, okay? And the Empress, all right? So I feel like, you know, you have here the Eight of Wands. I feel like the ancestors speak to you regularly. Okay, I also feel like the Two of Wands here with the Moon is talking about you maybe feeling fear to make a choice to like come forward. All right, but the Hierophant is here and telling you to trust. Okay, Knight of Swords, Spirit, why? Messenger of impulse and opportunity. I feel like for a lot of yous, you know, there's an opportunity that's coming. It's going to feel impulsive. You're going to question yourself. Spirit is telling you, you know, don't be defensive. Remember, you had that versatility and flexibility and curiosity. They're telling you don't be defensive, because you have the Six of Swords here. It actually takes you to calmer waters and you become the Nine of Pentacles. Okay, so it's like as if you become very independent and self-assured, and the Eight of Pentacles, if it's related to a business, it actually works very well for you. Okay, the Four of Swords, Spirit, why is the Four of Swords here? You got the Hangman with the Five of Wands and the Chariot in reverse, okay? So restful solitude way. I feel like Spirit is saying, you know, they want you to talk to them more. This is also meditation energy, all right? Because they see you as being like stuck about exposing something or stepping into a new role, leadership role, right? And the Five of Wands, you feel conflicted about this. And that's why you're not taking action with the Chariot. Okay, but there's a choice that needs to be made. And it has to do with your Three of Wands, your ship's coming in. Okay, so Spirit's telling you don't hold back. Even though you can't see it with the Two of Swords, okay? Now, there also may be something that's going to try to come back in to test your commitment with that Hierophant that I saw twice, okay? The Ten of Wands is here. And this is attached to a relationship that could derail you, okay? But you're showing up as the Phoenix rising and the Ace of Pentacles and the Emperor. So Spirit's like, stay focused. There's a new beginning coming. This is what your ancestors want you to know right now, that this is the time to be the King of Swords and make a head over heart decision. Okay, out of the love and romance, you got codependency. And we're going to take a look at that. And I'm going to use the Kipper. Okay, for some of yous, there could be somebody that wants to do a joint venture with you, but I feel like they're going to want to ride on your energy with this codependency card, okay? Some of yous also, it's that you have a codependency. But this codependency isn't on a person, it's on a situation. It's related to your privacy and not being seen. Hiding, okay? And then the family room is here. You might be running a business out of your home, or you're thinking about doing so. This number 21 is definitely Spirit's number. But also, I feel like this could be like a spiritual business, right? And maybe you've only done it for like your friends in your home, and there's a fear here. There's fear here. But this is a gift. Now, for some of you, there could have been a mature male that was codependent on you, or that you were codependent on them. And they, you know, they could be this person who's going to try to test you in some way, okay? Because they're concerned with you going out on your own. Okay, but Spirit is saying that this is a gift for you. This is like everything you've ever wanted. That's the message that your ancestors want you to know. Okay, this is part of your soul's journey. It's something related to your spiritual beliefs and your vulnerability and being able to be seen with that, okay? Okay, so that's what I have for pile 1. If you could like this for me, be greatly appreciated. All right, and yeah, let's head over to pile 2. So if you chose pile 2, you chose the black tourmaline. Okay, so these are your ancestor soul's journey messages. Oh, actually, I picked charms for pile 1, so I'm going to pick a charm for you guys. You got 2 as well. Okay, you got brave. They're very small, so you may not be able to see it. And you also got enough, okay? So I feel like you've had enough with something. It's time to be brave, okay? I feel like that's the messages from your ancestors, okay? You are never alone, okay? I feel like your ancestors want you to know. I'm seeing the lighthouse here. I feel like it's reminding me of the Hermit card. Okay, you could be going through something right now that's making you feel like on a very solitude journey. Okay. But they're telling you that, you know, that light within, as above, so below, as within, so without. That light within, without, is them. Okay, they're trying to lead you. All right, I'm going to pull 1 card for that. Why, Spirit? 1 card, please. Why? There is a decision with the 2 of Wands that you're having to make, okay? I feel like there's transformative energy that's attached to it. This could also be saying that this is going to be within Scorpio season. It's going to be something that's important to you because the Queen of Cups was under that. Okay, if some of you's lost someone recently, they're telling you that they're here. Okay, with the 2 of Wands, there could be decisions that you're going through right now that they're telling you, you know, they're helping to guide you. Okay, for a lot of yous, you know, this isn't a recent ancestor. Okay, for some of yous, I'm getting a twin flame energy. But either way, because a lot of yous, this is just it's like your whole guide group is telling you that they're with you, okay? But for 1 or 2 of yous, it's like you lost somebody, could have been a spouse. Okay, but you got the Death card here. This is a transformative time for you. Okay? You have soul teaching, humanitarianism, okay? And it says detachment, keep moving forward, let go of unproductive patterns, release unhealthy relationships, pass on learning from past experiences, be fair and accountable in dealings, seeking new innovative experiences. This is Aquarius energy, okay? You could be an Aquarius. There could be someone around you with heavy Aquarius influence. It says, I live in the moment to let go of the past, and I pass on what I have learned and move forward, okay? So I feel a new chapter is emerging. For some of yous, you could have had like a job that didn't fulfill you, like you wanted to be like give back. I feel like you could have found a new desire or a new charity or something that lights you up. This could be something that you're teaching. There's also a feeling here of letting go of things that no longer serve you, or letting go of things because you can't bring them with you, or there's no way. Some of you, it could have been detachment, end of a relationship, you know, that was severed. Okay, could even be with this soulmate. If that person is no longer here. Okay, for most of yous though, this is like like, let's say you went through a breakup and you're like going through a whole new transformational energy. You're like changing careers. Maybe you're changing where you live. Everything is in flux. And there's some decisions that are coming in, and you might feel a little like unsure, but Spirit's telling you that they're with you. Okay, there's also something that you have went through maybe recently in the last couple of years, or expansion of some type of knowledge that now you're sharing outwardly, whether this be to the public or people around you. Okay, out of the signs and planets, I got intuition. It's in Cancer energy, so this is very maternal, mother, moon. There could be something about manifestation here, or you're learning about manifestation, or you're going to teach other people something you've learned, or this could even be working with youth. But there's something about being of service, okay? And you have intuition to protect, attitudes from the past about your feelings, intuition to protect your feelings, attitudes from the past about your feelings, and resulting from the history of your feelings. So this could really be about something that you experienced, and now you have some knowledge or something to share with others, something that you may have gotten some type of ascension during some hard period, and you could be feeling like you're just now emerging from that, and there's like a feeling of unsurety about the path ahead. Okay, now I also pulled from the African Goddess Rising deck, and you got number 2. Mawalisa, Cosmic Power. Goddess of the Cosmic Power, Benin, and she's ambidextrous because it says God, Goddess. Temple, Threshold, Guardians. And I did say that there was an energy of like a group of ancestors. Okay, element air. Mawalisa is the force of Mother, Father, God, Goddess. Mawa is the moon, the divine feminine. Lisa is the sun, the divine masculine. Okay, they came together during a fun eclipse to create cosmic power. Okay, so this also can be your divine masculine, your divine feminine coming into balance. But I also feel like with this number 2 and this image here, okay, you could have recently went through some type of separation. Okay, now you have Mawalisa's guidance. You are in the right place. Release the fear of your power. You are sacred. You are magic. Now that you know this, you can no longer pretend not to. Okay, so I feel like through whatever experience you have had in the last, like I said, 2 years or so, and then this number 2 here, like kind of confirming that, it feels as if there might be a little bit of fear attached to going forward. Okay, and if this is a fear of like stepping out into the public eye, you may want to watch number 1 as well. Okay, but it's like something that you learned, and maybe that's why you could have left a relationship, because something that you learned maybe about yourself no longer, like that the old you doesn't align with those things, or it aligned but the new you doesn't. It's like maybe you were in a group of friends that was very surface, and now you're, going towards more humanitarianistic type ventures, and it's like some severing of people, places, or things. Okay, you also got the embodiment says, rise up into your magnificence, love and acceptance. Love and accept yourself fully to unlock everything you seek. Stop pretending to be less than you are, okay? And you could have felt like someone in a relationship made you feel less than, so that, and I often say, don't ever be less so someone could be more. It also says your real power has nothing to do with your external gains. Cosmic power cannot be destroyed or lost. You were created by the same force that birthed the sun and the moon. And I feel like maybe you were in a career path that, was lucrative, but you feel is shallow, and you're trying to shift. Not to say that money isn't important, but it feels like you want to affect change, okay? Goddess declaration, my power shines forth from within. And I said in the beginning that this lighthouse is representative of as above, so below. Okay, you got service with the soul's journey. Okay, I feel good when I can help others. And I feel like recently you might have always felt like that or known that, but there's been an expansion, a flowering of that feeling. Okay. Now, out of the tarot, it's strangely enough, you got the Hermit. And I told you that lighthouse was reminding me of the Hermit. Spirit, why is this Hermit here? The Six of Cups is here, so you could be reminiscing about a relationship that, maybe somebody's trying to come back in, or you're trying to remember like the fonder times, okay? But it could have been something that you felt blocked at, or you're returning to like an old love, like let's say you're a stockbroker, right? But as a child, you wanted to, I don't know, start a foundation, a charity or something. And it's like you want to switch gears to go back to what your younger self, your purer self wants. Okay, you might have felt like this was blocked with this Page of Swords. You got the Four of Wands, though. I feel like that has to do with like your inner peace. And maybe you're finding that. Now, you might be feeling like you have to block certain people to achieve that. Okay, here's the Four of Swords, which is also Hermit energy, like going within and meditative state. Maybe you have cleared away people, Five of Pentacles, left people out in the cold, or people left you out in the cold. But either way, I really feel like you are separating yourself. Okay, now you've got here the Ace of Pentacles, Spirit, why? Starting stable avenue, and you've got the Two of Swords. I feel like initially whenever this first started to set in within you, like you really didn't get it, or you didn't know that that was what was beginning. It came in. Okay, you could have been holding back or saving money towards something else. But I feel like at first you tried to resist this thing. Or, you know, I feel like you were trying to resist something, okay? But the Three of Wands, something that was supposed to come in is... And I feel like the longer you tried to resist it, the Ten of Wands became burdensome. Okay, let's say you had like I said, like a stockbroker or something. You could have achieved a lot of accolades, but it just doesn't make you happy anymore. Seven of Swords, it feels like a self-deception. All right, and you're showing up as the Magician. You're reinventing yourself, okay? For the Sun, for something that will make you happier. You're walking away from something because you've discovered some type of truth, okay, about this High Priestess, about your inner knowing. And it's like as if you're not even sure how it's going to pan out, but you're like, fuck it, I'm going to go and do this, okay? Now you've got the Ace of Swords here, and like I said, it's like some kind of clarity that you've received. So you have the Ace of Swords here. It's like a light bulb moment, okay? The Tower comes in unexpectedly. I also feel like there was some kind of ending that was shocking, and that this was the precipice of you beginning this journey, this hermit journey. All right, but when the light bulb goes off, because I feel like it's two towers, something that makes you feel lost. And then the truth and clarity about what you're going to go towards. So it's like, let's say if it was a career, it's like as if you like, I hate this fucking job, right? And that's growing, growing, growing. But then all of a sudden the light bulb goes on about what you really want to do. But you might feel like it's a Four of Cups, like, oh, it's too late. But Spirit's saying, no, divine timing. This is now, okay? Two of Wands, there goes that decision, all right? They're telling you to choose what's your deepest desires. That was 1616 on the clock, okay? And have faith, okay? Hierophant with the Moon. You may feel like you have a lot of things going on. Maybe you're starting a side business and you still working, right? And Five of Swords, you might feel like this is going to be impossible for me to like, you know, manage or manipulate. But Spirit's like, don't give up. The Empress is here. Okay, all things are possible. You have the Knight of Cups here with the Strength card. I feel like this is Spirit offering you a cup of strength. And I feel like this Page of Pentacles is you like learning, relearning, polishing up, making an offer to build on some knowledge you already have, and it's quite important to you with the Ace of Cups. Okay, I feel like the message that you got about something that hurt you or that some dissatisfaction, okay, with this Three of Swords is the Eight of Wands. It was like Spirit, like if this is a job, they wanted you to see that you hate it. Okay, and what would make you happy. And that's why they put you through some type of heartbreak with the Seven of Pentacles and the Hermit. Okay, so it was like you needed time to assess, okay? And if this was like, you know, a relationship, there was something you were supposed to learn from that relationship. And then on the other side of that, it's like you get to take stock about the direction you want to go in. And I feel like that leads to the Ten of Pentacles, all right? You also have here true love. Now, for some of you, you know, this is this new path is going to make you feel like that, whether this is a person, a job, whatever. It's just going to feel magnificent, okay? But I feel like some of yous might have let go of a true love as well. To pursue true love. Okay, so like let's say you spent 10 years going to school because you wanted to be a doctor and you actually love that, right? But you could have worked somewhere where it's like for money, and maybe you want to go do something else where you're donating time or you're doing something greater. It feels like a greater, okay? I also feel like, you know, for the people that I said, there might be somebody that you lost in this lifetime, especially if it was, you know, your partner. I feel like this person is telling you, you know, go ahead. Like maybe you decided to do something, like let's say they got sick or something. And then you decided to do something to give to that charity or whatever. Like they're telling you, yes, they're going to support you in that. But I also feel like they're telling you that love is going to come again. Okay, I'm going to clarify that. Why true love, Spirit? Okay, so true love, main female, and official person. I feel like you're definitely stepping into the calling or into the path that you're supposed to be in. I also feel like there is, you got 2 and 22. There's a lot of twos here. This is like couple energy. New love is coming for you. Even if you can't see it right now, and it's probably going to be attached to this new path that you're on as how you meet this new person. Okay, so that's what I have for you guys, pile 2. All right, yeah, please like the video, and I'm gonna head over to pile 3. Okay, if you chose pile number 3, you chose the key. Okay, and I'm going to do for you as I did the other piles, and I'm going to pick a charm, okay? And you got trust, okay? It's hard to see because they're tiny, but it says trust. Okay, and the first card you got is it's not your fault. Okay, you could have trusted the wrong person. Something could have happened recently where something was uncovered to you and you feel in some way like you bear some weight, maybe because you didn't see something. Now, if you've been carrying around something about someone who passed around you in this lifetime, like you could have had an argument with this person before they passed, or maybe you weren't speaking to this person, but they want you to know that that there is no fault in the situation. Why is this not your fault here, Spirit? I feel like there was somebody, for, you know, some of yous, this was somebody who maybe you gave them some advice about what they should or should not do, or you told them something about, you know, thinking clearly or assessing a situation. I feel like this person maybe didn't take your advice. Okay, I also feel like something could have been off with their thought process. this person could have been going through some type of depression with the Nine of Swords and the Five of Cups. This also could have been like, the Seven of Pentacles. I feel like this is somebody that, for those of you that this is someone that you know, because not all ancestors we know, okay, or even from this lifetime. But I feel like this, this Seven of Pentacles, this person could have been building something, or you were building something with this person, or they could have been something instrumental into how you built something. Okay, with the Nine of Swords and the Five of Cups, I feel like this, if this is someone you knew, this was something that, something was left unsaid. They could have wanted to say something to you, or you could have wanted to say something to them and it never came to fruition. But they want you to know it's not your fault. If this is an ancestor that that you do not know, I feel like something that you were building towards, or something that you had been thinking about, had been giving you a lot of anxieties. It could have to do with the Five of Cups, some type of love situation, and you could have trusted the wrong person, and they're telling you that it's not your fault. Okay, now you also got here Leo energy, okay, past life recognition, insistence on having your way, stubborn assertion of will, rocking the boat to be in charge, attraction to risk-taking, conforming instead of following heart, overreacting with pride due to fear, tendencies to melodrama, a life devoted to royalty and leadership, and I seek approval and recognition to feel on the right track. Okay, so someone could have led you astray, like I said in the beginning, with trusting the wrong person. Or, you know, they could have been trying to guide you to a path and you were stubborn. Or there could have been words that was exchanged with somebody, and you could feel like you didn't follow your heart in that situation. But Spirit is saying to let that energy go. Okay? They're also telling you, you know, not to look for approval in others. Okay, if somebody can't accept a path that you've chosen, or that you feel is really your path, you can't make them see. Okay, you have to trust that the universe will bring them back. Like, let's say this was, you know, a parent or something who disagrees with your career path, your person, whatever. You know, Spirit's saying that's not your fault or your responsibility. Like, they, you know, you can't people please. Okay. You also got here Leo energy again. Okay, self-confidence to create, taking a chance on, self-confidence to create leadership. Okay, so, you know, you being self-assured enough to go after and create the things that you want. Taking a chance on leadership, stepping into the forefront. Okay, and resulting from the impressiveness, of leadership. So it could be like somebody that you looked up to let you down. Okay. You also have here I'm gonna mess this word up. Mayuba Beyuya Nehanda. Radical rebirth. Okay, this is the African goddess deck, number 5. There's something that's being changed here. Okay, it's like you're stepping into a new you or a new situation. And it says, Goddess of Radical Rebirth, Shona, Zimbabwe, okay? Temple Ancestors, all right? So your ancestors are definitely coming through here with the element of air. Born around 1840, Sharwe Nakasikana channeled Mohondoro, an ancient royal lion spirit named Nahanda, who has been incarnated by revolutionary Shana woman for at least 500 years, heralded as Bayuya Nahanda, grandmother Nahada. This great ancestress was a healer who declared war against colonial occupation. Nice. Okay, so I feel like this is, you know, you have a warrior ancestor. Okay, warrior spirit guide. Okay, with this healer who declared against colonial occupation. I feel like you're called to something different. And if this has to do with humanitarianism, you might want to check out pile number 2, okay? Bayuhia, I'm going to stop saying her name because I'm butchering it. Yes, you can. Stop the struggle. You can choose at any moment to start over and be reborn. Like the sun, you'll rise again and again. Again, you had that. It's not your fault. So I feel like you're closing out something with someone or putting something to rest, and then you're being reborn, okay? You're choosing something different. Now the embodiment says, dust yourself off, move forward, and go for it again. Life is about transition and change. You will fall on your face, change your mind, and need to make a comeback again and again. Release the idea that you messed up. If things aren't perfect, stop waiting to be ready. Make new choices and decisions. Goddess declaration, still I rise, okay? So I feel like something that happened with someone or a choice that you made or an argument that you had with somebody has been weighing you down, and Spirit is trying to tell you, you can reinvent your situation, yourself, your persona, all right? Like one chapter could be closing, but a new chapter is opening, and this is all part of your story. Okay? So you also got out of the soul's journey. You got love. I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things, okay? And I feel like you could have got a wound in love, whether this was a family member or friends. You know, feels like something was not reciprocated or respected, or, you know, you trusted someone and they hurt you greatly, okay? But it's like you're reinventing yourself, and through that, you're learning how to love yourself, flaws and all, okay? And then out of the tarot, you got the 7 of Pentacles, okay? With the Page of Swords. And, you know, you just had the 7 of Pentacles up here when I clarified this ancestor. Where is it? But either way, it was there, okay? You have the 7 of Pentacles, the Page of Swords, and the Ace of Wands. Spirit, why is this 7 of Pentacles here? What does this ancestor want to say about this soul's journey? So for a lot of you, this is going to be, you know, you choosing like a new career path. The 7 of Pentacles with the Ace of Pentacles. Spirit's telling you to do some assessing about the new direction you want to go to and plant the seed. This is about intention. This is 7 of Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles is the 8 of Pentacles. This has to do with work, but it's also 8, and you had the Lion twice. Leo energy, Magician energy. This is the ability to reinvent oneself. And then you have the Wheel of Fortune underneath, okay? And, you know, both beetles or scarabs are here. A situation is changing to your advantage with justice, okay? What you felt like was unjust was for you to come into some sense of balance, and the tide is changing in your favor. Okay, I feel like you feel something building within you as the Knight of Swords. Something you feel passionately about. Now, this Knight of Swords can also be an argument or a conflict that you have with somebody, but it's going to be handled justly. Okay, and if this was something that, like, let's say somebody passed and you didn't get to say all that you have to say, they know that you're passionate about what was important to you. And the Queen of Cups, there's loving energy here anyway, okay? But I feel like what they're really saying is like, there's going to be, because the Knight of Swords, you know, he always comes rushing in and can be kind of abrupt, but it's also with truth about a passion. Now, for some of you, this could be, you know, a disagreement you had with your mother with this Queen of Cups and needing to resolve that or wanting to resolve that. 7 of Cups, okay? It may feel, you know, like a lot, or you may be unsure if that's even a possibility, but the Queen of Pentacles is here. I feel like there's something here about your Pentacles. You have the 7 and the Ace and then the Queen of Pentacles here. I feel like you're stepping into some type of entrepreneurial role or some type of confidence that maybe you didn't have before. You have the Page of Swords here, Spirit, why? So I feel like the Page of Swords here is being clarified by the Ace of Swords and the Ace of Wands. So the first thing I got was that, you know, you could have felt like something was blocked or someone blocked you. Okay, but I feel like Spirit might have done that to have you focus on or bring illumination to something about something you're passionate. Ace of Swords and the Ace of Wands. Okay, it could have came through a 5 of Cups situation, something that, you know, put you in regrets and had you have sleepless nights. But it feels like at the end of this journey is the 9 of Cups. I feel like you learn and love yourself more because of this journey. It could have been a long time coming. This could be something that's from the past with this Knight of Pentacles. But here's that death and transformation. And here's the Star. I feel like Spirit has been walking with you through this transformation. Something that you closed out. And it's like a whole new... Okay, it's like the sun is coming up in the back. And I heard the sun will come out tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow, right? So it's like you are starting to get hope or feel passionate. Maybe you lost passion for a while. Okay, now you have the Ace of Wands here again. Spirit, why is this Ace of Wands here? So the Ace of Wands is being clarified by strength, which is, again, Leo energy. I feel like whatever is being illuminated to you, or whatever new direction you're reinventing yourself with, you're very passionate about this, and you're also protective of this new part of your life or journey. It feels like it's fire energy, and it's coming from your solar plexus, and it's bubbling up. Okay, this is going to lead to the Four of Wands, 1111 card. Inner harmony. Okay, and then the Four of Swords. It's like you healed something. Yes, you know, this, whatever you thought was your fault, it's like you put that to rest, but it also feels like you got the Four of Wands and the Four of Swords. That, you know, that's 8 there too. You have 8 here. You have a lot of 8s. I feel like you are going to be manifesting something that's very passionate to you. Okay? Whereas before you might have lacked maybe clear direction with this Knight of Wands. You could have been trying many things. Okay, or you could have let a Knight of Wands in that, you know, disappointed you, that you thought was something else, and you were blaming yourself for that. But you're finally seeing that, you know, other people's choices are not reflections of you. It's how you respond to them. And it looks like you're recreating yourself. Okay, and then you have give your relationship a chance. And I'm going to clarify that with the Kipper. Spirit, why is give your relationship a chance? I'm hearing, I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. Spirit, why is this, why is this despair here? Someone's in despair. I think you were, but you're going to calmer waters. That's 32 equals a 5. Okay, you got the 6 of Swords. Yes, you are. Sudden wealth. 8 of Swords. With the 10 of Pentacles. And I told you that I saw the Justice card or something there, some type of justice coming to you, or some situation turning around with the 8, the Wheel of Fortune, right? And you have the Sudden Wealth card with the 8 of Swords. You could have been very worried about finances, but I feel like just as you clear away something that you maybe were blaming yourself or holding yourself back, or someone that was holding you back, or someone that hurt you, just as you clear that away, it's like the Wheel of Fortune turns the situation around and you reach the 10 of Pentacles. Okay, others of you's like, you could have had an idea for a project or something you were stuck in your head, but it's going to be very successful. Okay, now you have this Queen of Cups, and I told you this not your fault card, this Ancestor, they have loving energy towards you, and they want you to know that something wasn't your fault. And here's the Queen of Cups again, and I feel like this gift, this sudden wealth, you might have worked for it, but it's also that this Ancestor's blessing you with something because of something that you've transformed or that you're going to transform. Message, Spirit, why? So you're about to get a message about something that you've been waiting for your ships to come in, and it's about to come in. You could have had anxiety about this. Here's the Empress, okay? For some of you, you could have wanted a child, and that's coming, okay? For others of you, you manifested something here, and you're showing up as the Empress with the Ace of Cups, okay? Not only are you going to get some type of monetary situation, but I feel like with this love card here, it's like a new way of looking at love. And also this could be drawing love to you. Could be a tangible offer from a Page of Pentacles. This also can be someone younger than you. Okay, so I feel like you have courtship at the bottom of the deck. I feel like for many of yous, you're going to be switching gears to something that's financial here. Like your concerns have something to do with finances or which your direction is. And once you pivot, not only do your funds come together, but you also get a new person, because you have courtship, expectation, mature woman, and lovers. All right, so that's what I have for my pile 3. I just like to say thank you to my returning subscribers for coming through and spending a little time with me. And if you're a new viewer and you felt that resonated with you, please like, subscribe, and comment, as I'd love to have you as part of the Lovely Soul family. I'm wishing y'all light and love and blessings on blessings. Namaste.